यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषुभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोऽहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र भेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। My best wishes and paripurna ashirvadams. May Almighty Venkateshwara provide all kinds of prosperity, wealth, health and eternal happiness to you and your family members. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, verse number 1. Arjuna uvacha jyayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhirjanardana takkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi keshava. The name of the second chapter was Sankhya Yoga. Now the name of the third chapter is known as Karma Yoga. Now just in the last session we had completed second chapter. Now, after completion of the second chapter, Arjuna sets lots of doubts. The doubt about karma. So, before going into this verse, just let us have the summary of the second chapter. That will help a lot because the second chapter, that which contains complete knowledge, all the topics were been discussed in the second chapter alone. Therefore, the second chapter just we will go through like a Simhavalokana. Simhavalokana means when the lion, when it walks, after a certain distance, it just looks around and looks back. It's Avalokanam. So when the lion looks back, lion will be like a lion. The perception of the lion is like a lion alone, like a roaring Avalokanam. So now we have completed second chapter with the help of Venkateshwara's blessings, and just we will have the summary to reform and reorganize whatever that we have segregated as the knowledge. Now in the first chapter, Arjuna was behaving like a normal person. Normal person means what? When problem comes in our life, we act in two ways. We want to run away from the problem. When we want to escape from one problem, we enter into another problem. Either people will go to have liquor if their samskara is little bit wrong, but if a good people, so they will change another job. Nobody wants to take a risk except few people, courageous people. Now Arjuna was a very courageous person, but he himself wants to escape from the situation. Therefore he blabbered all that he learned in his life. Because when we grow and we consume two kinds of knowledge. Knowledge from the books, knowledge from the scriptures, knowledge from day-to-day life. We call it the knowledge which is achieved by the experience. So that knowledge which is experienced or achieved by the experience is called, we call it Anubhava Jnanam. The knowledge from scripture is called, we know it Veda Jnanam. So Veda is the source of all knowledge. This Arjuna, he had both, but somehow something went wrong. Therefore he became in chaos. But he used that knowledge in wrong places, and finally he fed up himself with himself. Then he started surrendering. He could convert, he could find Shishyatvam in himself. That's what the first portion of the second chapter. Though the name of the Sankhya Yoga, first the 10 verses he uses, Vyasa uses in order to show the transformation of the Arjuna, that transformation of an individual to become a qualified one for the supreme knowledge. The qualification for this knowledge, in order to find Seshyatvam, you have to be a disciple. When you go to a temple, so going to the temple also needs a qualification. What is that qualifications? You should set the devotion in you. Without devotion, if you are going to a temple as an architect, as a kind of engineer, or as a mason, or as a cleaning worker, you won't get the Sanidhya of the deity. When you begin from your house with a proper attitude, then alone you can be benefited by the temples. Otherwise, without setting yourself with a proper attitude, without bringing the devotion which are required, you can visit thousands of temples. The benefit we cannot expect. That's what here this Lord Krishna is very particular. Though he lived long time, means so many ages, more than 40 years with Arjuna, but he didn't teach the supreme knowledge, Brahmavidya. So when the qualifications was seen by Lord Krishna, he started giving the Brahmavidya. Though they were in the battlefield, but Krishna thought this is the time we have to unfold the Vidya. He started unfolding Vidya. That is the second topic of the Sankhya Yoga. Every one of us, we have to be qualified enough for the life. Therefore, we spent 15 years. Our parents sent to school and colleges and all other universities, UG, PG, whatever the G's are there. We come as a PhD, then we become qualified for the life. Those qualifications are not enough. These inner qualifications, the transformation should take from inside. Devotion towards Shastra, devotion towards Ishvara, devotion towards the world, devotion towards the every incidents or accidents which takes in our life. Now you see, devotion towards everything. So what is that devotion towards everything means? Setting proper attitude. What is that proper attitude means? First you have to find yourself as a learner. Learner means what? A seeker, one who seeks for adequacy. You have to find the seeker inside of you, a devotee inside of you, a disciple inside of you. Otherwise Gita won't provide anything. That's what I tell you. So when you are not able to consume the knowledge, when you are not able to assimilate the Gita, so the time goes vain. But the samskara will do their own job later on. There is no doubt in it. But when you study, you have to study because the opportunity is given by the Ishvara. The Shastrajnaha, Bhakta is very rare, and Shrota also is very rare. You have to convert yourself, you have to transform yourself, you have to find yourself as a Shrota, as a disciple Shishya, as a devotee Bhakta. So all Shrota, devotee means Bhakta and Shishya, everything together must be realized within ourselves. That things were discussed through Arjuna to us. This topic was the first 10 verses. Then the next topic was Brahmavidya. Brahmavidya means the knowledge of Supreme. The life should not go without that knowledge of Supreme. That Supreme knowledge must be sought. It has to be heard, it has to be received, it has to be observed, it has to be assimilated. So if you are born in India, you have to study it. I can say it with surety, we missed somehow because of so many invasions took place. Don't blame others. Still there are knowledge, still there are Acharyas, still we have the opportunity to study like channel like SVBC. They are making effort to bring this kind of knowledge to the people. We are the people, we have to give a little bit time to understand, to assimilate, to bring in our life. This is, I can even put as a request for all the people, give at least half an hour in your life. These sessions are going to be only half an hour. Just think about the Shastra. All the solutions are given here. Every problem has been given solution in Bhagavad Gita. I'm damn sure in that because my Acharya Swami Dayananda Saraswati, he taught in such a way, he is a legend. He himself, for me, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat, Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now I think again and again, because when he started teaching, so our mind were fluctuating, we were not able to sit properly. We were not able to concentrate properly. But as the teaching went, after a few chapters, we set the interest, then everything was opening like magical doors. Like Krishna is a magician, so he can open your magical doors because your life is endowed with lots of many secrets. The secret, when you are not ready, it won't unfold. Therefore, this Brahma Vidya, which Krishna teaches from verse number 11 to 30, is very important in our life. Don't let your life to go without this knowledge. If you are a father, please bring this knowledge to your children. Bring this knowledge and bring to your spouse. First, you inform there is a knowledge. That knowledge of Almighty is to be understood, assimilated. That Brahma Vidya was given to Arjuna by Krishna. Though they were in the battlefield, but Krishna never worried because life is nothing but battle. Because always in the body, the blood is rejuvenating all these good bacteria and bad bacteria. They fight each other always. But we can do meditation relaxedly in the same way. Though they were in the battlefield, you consider life is nothing but battlefield, but make time to study it. Convert yourself as a student. Find yourself as Arjuna, one who has transformed. He surrendered. Have the surrendering attitude, not towards me, towards Shastra. And Brahma Vidya will help a lot. Understanding about myself as the birthless, deathless person. So it's not a birthless, deathless person only. It gives more things. It analyzes part by part. You have to go through again and again. This Brahma Vidya is the supreme knowledge. One should not die without this knowledge. It has to be understood by every Indian Bharatvasi who is born, and it has to be understood by every human being. That's what the message is. Once you understand, people of other side, means other than India, so whoever the people are there, we have to be set an example for all those world people. Then after giving this knowledge of Brahman, that which is beyond everything, if I am, according to the Brahman, the knowledge, Brahma Vidya, if I am nothing but Brahman, if I am nothing but Ishvara, then how I got into this limited body? Why do I have this all problems around me? Why do I have death fear? Though I am going to have death, every birth had death, so that it has to become normal phenomenon like a sleep. Every day I sleep, I don't worry, I don't become afraid of going to the bed to sleep. But why do I afraid of death? Why the fear takes place? That question must be answered. Therefore, the next topic from 31st onwards, 52nd verse, Krishna talks about karma vidya, the secret of the karma. Karma is everything. Karma is nothing but creation and dissolution and sustentation. Therefore, what Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, all these things, these are three karma. Means creation, sustenation, srishti, sthiti, samhara is nothing but karma. The expression, the expansion of the karma alone the world, seeing the world as the karma phala. It talks about the secret of karma and it talks about the secret of karma phala. Then it also brings that secret. How can you switch over yourself with karma? Then he started saying karma is not outside, karma phala is not also outside. This you can also use the same karma for your liberation. Then karma becomes magic. That's what the secret was unfolded from verse number 31 to 52. So those sections are a vast topic. We cannot understand because Brahma Vidya is a little bit easier than this Karma Vidya. Karma Vidya has got lots of divisions. So many varieties of these small things to be understood. Therefore, this topic, so which is dealt in second chapter from verse number 31 to 52 is elaborately dealt in unfolded, discussed as analytical way of teaching from third, fourth, fifth chapter. The three chapter is to discuss elaborately about the topic of karma, the secret of sukshma of karma and sukshma of the srishti. And every yajna has got its own secret. Because when you perform, when you offer something in the fire as the ritual, as a homa, how it works. Those chemistry, the secret of those things are dealt in the third chapter. In the third chapter, that yajnas are introduced. That yajnathat karmanon yatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. How this karma becomes a bondage to a person. It is unfolded there. How can you get rid of it? So this second chapter has given as a summary. As a summary means what? It has given briefly. This third, fourth, fifth, they will discuss elaborately the same subject, karma and karma phala, then connection with the creation, your birth and death, everything is connected. And the difference between you and your father, your family members, between you and Ishvara, between you and world is also because of karma. Because though we are, all of them are the same conscious, but we have the difference. Those difference also because of karma. We have to realize that's the magic. Then after this 52nd verse, he started explaining about Jnani in the name of Sthita Prajnaha, the person, one who has realized the secret of karma, the secret of Brahman, then how he would be, what kind of transaction, Vivahara he will have, because he has become a different person. So that every difference which took place in him, how he would appear physically, how he would express his own emotions mentally, how he will live his life, what can be the motto, whatever to be achieved, then what else he will do. All those things were discussed as the last part. This part is very important because when you define about the Jnani, we have so many varieties of Jnani people and you cannot even find the similarity. Take Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna, take Ramana Maharishi and take also other Jnanis, yogis, every yogi, Jnani, even Durvasa, there was a character like Vasishtha, Atri, so many rishis were there, among them this Durvasa Rishi who always seems to be angry. How can you accept a person who is victimized by anger? How can he be a yogi? Is there any secret? And all the yogis, they were in the cave, but those yogis, they dropped the world. They don't want to be with the world. Therefore, they went and stayed at caves, but world goes to see them. Why? What is the secret? The world, unknowingly or knowingly. So somehow the people have understood, if I go there to the place where the yogi is there, to have the darshan of the yogi, my life will become auspicious enough to have more happiness, more security. Therefore, we go to have a darshan of yogis, jnanis, and you go to Kashi, Rishikesh, and Tiruvannamalai. So many places are there in India. You can have a lot more people's darshan as a yogi. This part, it defines what is the proper ultimate goal as the benefit in you. So it's a personal analysis. So after assimilating the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we can ourselves judge where we are. So those Brahmavidya, he himself will also discuss later on why every jnani seems to be different. Even my Guru Swami Dayananda and his Guru Swami Chinmayananda, character-wise means way of working, the way of the teaching, delivery, it completely differs. So Swami Chinmayananda means he was roaring personality. Always when you see him, you will be energized. Okay, when you see Swami Dayananda, you become calm and quiet, like motherliness. When you see Swamiji, Pujya Swamiji, motherliness. When you see Big Swamiji, we used to call Big Swamiji. Swami Chinmayananda, you will get confident in energy level. So jnaninam sadrusham cheshtate swasyaha prakritir jnanavanapi. So even jnanis are doing vyavahara. So outside it seems to be they are also victimized by trigunas. So dealing with knowledge, the life before knowledge, after realization. So completely it's like the difference you can find between light and darkness. The life with Atma Jnana, that's what the lifestyle every Indian should have. So it's not about the religion, it's not about the belief system. So this Vedanta is common to all human beings. It has to be realized. Therefore, the second chapter is the most important. It is like a heart of the body. So the same thing we are going to assimilate. Now every individual must be informed. All Shastras, essence have been given here. So if you have missed some part, you can also find in YouTube SVPC channel, and you can get all the videos. You go again and again. This is the life tapas. Every angle of the life is explained. Okay, and finally also he said one more thing. When you realize, even before death, you understand it, you will achieve it. No time limitation, no age limitation, no gender variation limitations. So nothing, no even religion limitations. So nothing. If you are a seeker, if you are a disciple, definitely you can consume it. That's the summary of the second chapter. By God's grace, we assimilated well, and we could also be with the prayojana of the second chapter. My prayer to Lord Krishna, who is in the form of Venkateshwara, Ranganatha, Varadaraja, and who is endowed with Mahalakshmi, Padmavati, Ammagaru. So let him bestow the graceful blessings to assimilate the knowledge. Knowledge is the wealth. Knowledge is the Lakshmi. So this Lakshmi means what? that which brings knowledge. So knowledge in the form of swarna, in the form of diamond, in the form of gold. So this knowledge is more than gold, more than diamond. So let us, everybody, every one of us become a valuable diamond of our nation. We will continue this third chapter from tomorrow. Okay? Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.